Alright, so we decided to take short Aussie New Zealand, Aussie Kiwi off the, we have this 50 fib, alright, that hasn't been tested yet. This is the first time that it's been tested. So we have that test, trend line, daily 50 moving average, drilling down 4 hour, we got the 4 hour 200 moving average, a nice wick, a nice shooting star wick, and then we have the stochastic cross above the oversold, above the overbought territory. So now we're gonna look to get back down. So I caught this move. So we see what happens. It's still capped by the 4 hour 200 moving average. So we'll see if we can get it back down to test this 50 fib of this weekly range, of the matter of fact of the monthly range. So what I will say is that we do have to be careful, especially with this month about to end. We do have to be careful. This is the one thing that I was kind of nervous about, being the fact that we are playing this 50 fib move, which could be a bullish case, and we are shorting it. But nonetheless, the lower time frame charts do make the larger time frames charts, but then we also must be aware that the larger time frames help control the smaller time frames. So nonetheless, the 50 held. So now we just have to be careful. So we have our stop above that shooting star wick, just in case it does want to continue to rise, and we'll get taken out. And at least from there, we will look to go long, especially because we'll know that bounce off that 50 fib, the monthly 50 fib, has proved that it wanted to hold. Another thing, inverse head and shoulders. If you want to consider this a shoulder, head, shoulder. All right, the breakthrough. Okay, so we'll see how it plays out, and then if it wants to come back for the kiss to break through. But nonetheless, still have this trend line still under the 4 hour 200 moving average, so the consensus is bearish. And then we'll have this probably will just drag out until the Reserve Bank of Australia decision later on, I guess tonight. But nonetheless, we are targeting back down to that 50 fib, and we'll take profits once we get below our once we get to this 50 fib of this area. So risking about 60 pips. 50 fib is about 85 pips, so that's where we'll take our profits the first time, move break even, and then we'll look to target the 50 fib total of about 185 pips or so. And then we'll leave that last runner on just in case it does want to break this 50 fib, but it's gonna need a catalyst. It's gonna need a catalyst. So we'll see what happens with that. Still short Aussie Swiss. We did make a new low, but we're looking to reach this 94.43 area. We'll take profits, move break even, and then whatever it wants to do after that, it can do. So we're still short there. It might have come back, made a strong low, especially closing below this this little form of support. And held there for maybe about 8 hours or so. And then it might pull back up to the 50 fib just to get some strength to move back down to that 94.43 spot. So I'll look for that. Reserve Bank of Australia news is going to affect that too. So we'll play it as such, and then we'll take profits there. And then if it wants to get down here, we'll take some more profits off. But this is our first objective. We'll move break even, and then we'll look to test this low. So we see what happens. That's all I got for right now. And then I got a few pending set that I'm not going to talk about right now unless they fire. And then we'll take it from there. So Aussie is one of them. And we'll see what happens. Take it easy.